let's get back into it. I'm guessing we're gonna get a cutscene or something here. Who are you? This is Garif land, no place for human children to play at games. They are wayfarers. They bring no harm. Hey, it was that guy. I saw them cross the Osmond plain. They are warriors of great distinction. The fiends of the plains troubled them not at all. You ventured upon the plains alone, War Chief? Again? That's what I do. What business have you with the Garif? What? What business do you have that he just nods his head? What? Let them pass. The responsibility will be mine. If this is your wish, War Chief, then you may pass. These days see many humans wandering through our lands. Okay. What business do you have here? Alright, go ahead. I have not made introductions. I am Supanilu, War Chief of this village. We Garif have been friends to all since long ago. However, lately the human world is in much turmoil. We must protect our village and our people. As War Chief and Protector of our village, I ask you, why have you come to this land? Oh, I see. He's explaining without saying anything. Why didn't he just explain? I see. So you two have come to ask about the Nethicite. You must speak with the elders. Though our masks may make it difficult for you to tell us apart, walk through the village and look with your eyes, listen with your ears. What else would I listen and look with? How's it going, Oak? I think the guy with the hunt is on the next screen. Listen with your elbows. It's some money. Ornate breastplate, shield, and helm. I got some good stuff. Battle bamboo. Good gun, a really good bow. The serpent rod that I already have. Really strong sword. A spear that has slow on hit. What the? A measure that gives protect on hit? Okay. And some stabs. Why do they not have elements? I guess they increase your magic power of that element, but don't actually hit for that element. Oh, I want this, because I'm casting a bunch of arrow. But I also really want this spear that has on hit slow. Okay, thanks, Mushroom. No rush, because I'm not even going to get it. Never gonna get it for a while. Can I sell enough stuff? Yeah, I don't think so. I'll just wait. But yeah, I want that spear. Heard of the monographs? Merely bearing one of these on your person aids in the retrieval of objects from the foes you defeat. There are different monographs for different persuasions of adventurer. As a merchant, I would love one, if only I knew where it might be found. Interesting. So, this doesn't say anything about increasing any power. Is it just like a hidden effect? It doesn't say increases wind power, and it doesn't hit for wind either. Why is everything so convoluted? Like, what's the harm in just saying, like, this is what this staff does? Is there any benefit from keeping that information from the player, you know? We learned of the stones. Perhaps if you ask the elders, they might have wisdom for you. Beyond here lies the hill where sits the great chief. Those from the outside are not welcome here. You guys don't look old enough. You guys are sitting down. You must be old. Many human children have come to our village of late. You too have come to learn of this nethicite? We Garif protect the old ways, the old knowledge. Perhaps one of us knows of this stone. My knowledge, however, is little. I know that nethicite makes the power of magic as nothing, but this is all. We already knew this, did you not? Oh, what is this? More humans come to visit us. A little bigger this time, but no matter. You need not tell me anything. I know you have come to our village to learn of the stones, the nethicite. We Garif have knowledge of this, passed down from father to son, mother to daughter. Some of it remains, some has been lost in history's sands. I know nothing of the stones. You must speak with the great chief. He alone holds the deep knowledge of these things. He alone remembers all the tellings. I'm confused. It seems like it's passed down from generation to generation, but only the great chief knows. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, but I find it strange that everyone would know that these guys in particular know about nethicite, but only the one dude knows. Cross the bridge to the north, and there you will find him. There are watchers at the bridge, so I think it best to speak with war chiefs and... yeah, I know. Also, it seems a bit weird that they, like, are so willing to give me the information. Like, the information is so important that only the great chief knows, but they're super willing to give it to me, like, but they don't even get to know about it. I ask you of you a favor. Give this to War Chief Sapinellu for me, or from me. Giastic. There's no rush. When you next happen to meet him, he's literally 2 feet in the other direction. He's right here. Give it to him yourself. The High Chief has given this to me? I shall receive it. I thank you for bringing it to me. Now, did you learn what you wished? No, do not tell me. It is written clear upon your face, so even the High Chief could not help. Then you must meet with the Great Chief. Yes, it is true. The Great Chief may know something that would aid you, yet arranging an audience might be quite difficult. I must learn more about the nethicite. I cannot turn back now. Please tell your Great Chief that I am of the royal line of Dalmasca, a direct descendant of Dynast King Wraithwall. If the Garif has passed down knowledge of the stones, they must know of the nethicite that the Dynast King once held. Do you have proof of your heritage? I do not. I have looked into your eyes and seen that you speak the truth, human child. I give you my trust. The Great Chief is ahead across the bridge. Yeah, this is... I'm kind of... This is like the third time where I feel like they're just making it happen for the sake of the plot. I do not buy that this random village everyone just immediately accepts us and decides we're definitely telling the truth and decides we should totally know about their ancient knowledge that only the Great Chief gets to know. They're just like, here you go. Like, I kind of get that this guy's on our side because he saw us fight monsters and we're really strong. But, like, I don't know. I don't know about it. Kind of feels like we're just getting a pass because plot. The Great Chief is ahead. Will you meet with him?
This nethicite. You have used it.
My God.
It was not I who used it. Indeed, I had...
Sorry, his voice just, like, hit my soul. Jeez.
hoped you could show me how.
God.
Thus I've come.
You do not know the workings of the stone. Then we are no different.
What?
In ages past, the gods made a gift of nethicite to my people. But the manner of its use eluded us. Displeased by our failure, the gods took back their stones. They chose instead to give them to a Yum king. Called the Dynast King, he used the nethicite's power to bring peace to a troubled time. It is a curious thing. Though the blood of King Wraithwolf flow through your veins, you cannot wield nethicite.
Cannot wield it. So then, am I to understand you can't tell me how to use the stone?
That's what you just said.
Though it shame me so to admit, here before me stands a descendant of the Dynast King himself, and I can accord her no help at all. Still, even if you knew how to use the nethicite, you would find it of small avail. The mist collected in the stone over ages past is lost, and with it, the stone's power. It will be your posterity who wield the stone in ages yet to come. This stone is devoid of power, empty, yet full of thirst, a terrible longing to drink the world dry. The power of men and of magic, of good and of evil. It is often those who desire nethicite whom the nethicite itself desires.
Larsa?
Hi. Yeah, no, like I'm lost. Not lost, but like, how did the whole clan, like, from generation to generation, we've passed down all the secrets of the nethicite. Then we walk in, and the grand priest is like, "Nah, never mind. We don't know anything." Like, well, this whole section feels so like not believable to me. Like, what would have made more sense is if we walked in and he was like, yeah, I know all the secrets, like trying to puff himself up and show off to everyone, like, I know all the secrets. And then he sent us on some rigmarole quest. And then when we came back and finally, like, then he was like, oh, well, now you need to do something else. And we were like, you know what, that's it. And pulled our guns out and was like, you're going to tell us. And then he was like, actually, I don't know. Because it sounds like it's just been a lie, and they've been keeping the lie all this time so that they could keep a hierarchy or something. Like, there's more to it, I think. But instead, the first human, or maybe the second human that walks in, they're like, yeah, we don't know anything. Like, I just, it's not very believable. Also, I love how, have you noticed that, like, pretty much every cutscene we've had since maybe, like, we left for the tomb, there's always a part in the cutscene where it just zooms in on Vaughn for no reason and he says nothing, and then the cutscene continues. Like, it feels so forced, like they're trying to make Vaughn important, but he has nothing to say. Because every cutscene, they're like, well, what does Vaughn think about this? And he's just standing there, and then it continues. And, like, if he was making some kind of facial... Like, if his face was doing something that was like, I wonder what Vaughn's thinking, but he's just kind of, like, staring into space.
To Baromi says.
Maybe there's a reason, but...
I say we ought leave tomorrow. I was going to wait for my escort to return, but meeting you here has presented a great opportunity. This terrible war can be stopped, but I will need your help to do so.
A war?
You know the Marquis Ondor leads a group of insurgents. Your pardon. He leads a large resistance force against the Empire. Lady Ash, neither of our countries can afford this now. The Rosarian Empire would stir. They would aid the resistance and use this aid as a pretext to declare war on Arcadia, and Arcadia would have no choice but to answer. Lady Ash, let us go to Ber Omasace. With the blessing of His Grace, the Grand Kiltius Anastasis, you may rightly wear your crown and declare the restoration of the Kingdom of Dalmasca. As Queen, you can call for peace between the Empire and Dalmasca and stop Marquis Ondor.
For peace? How dare you say that? The Empire attacked us, stole all we hold dear, and you would have me save them from war?
Dalmasca would be the battlefield. What if Nethicite were used on Rabanasta? You know my brother would do this. Forgive me. I presumed overmuch. I could think of no other way to avoid bloodshed. If you cannot trust me, then please, take me as your hostage.
Rustler.
You saw him, didn't you? Like at the King's tomb.
So you did see him too. But why?
It's strange. Before, I didn't even know what you looked like. And the prince? I barely knew there was a prince. Who knows? Maybe the person I saw was my brother.
Bosch told me about him.
He enlisted right at the end. But for what? He knew he couldn't win.
To protect something.
How can he protect anything when he's dead? Was it different for Prince Rastler? Did that make sense? Hating the Empire, getting revenge, it's all I ever thought about. But I never did anything about it. I mean, I realized there was nothing I could do. It made me feel hollow, alone. And then, I'd miss my brother. I'd say stuff like, I'm gonna be a sky pirate, or some other stupid thing. Just anything to keep my mind off it. I was running away. I needed to get away from his death. That's why I followed you. You know what? I'm through with it. I'm through running. I'm ready to find my purpose. To find some real answers. Some reasons. If I stick with you, I think I will.
I wish I knew.
I'll find them.
Yeah, these transitions between the scenes are so long. Well, that one at least made sense.
I will accompany you to Mount Baromises.
I had hoped you'd say yes. I'm glad.
My heart is not set. I still have questions. I hope to find answers along the way.
I had other reason to invite you. There is someone I'd like you to meet waiting on Baromises.
Who is that?
An enemy, and an ally also. You will just have to wait and see for yourself.
Everything in this game is so cryptic. Could never be.
Larsa likes his secrets.
Can never be
He
just.
does not mean ill by it.
He's not bad. At least for an Imperial.
I can't wait to get double crossed again for like the 9th time.
Holy Mount Baromises stands at the northern end of the Jagd Remuda. Once we're in Jagd, we need not fear pursuit by their airships.
Don't get your hopes up. You remember the Leviathan sailed straight over the Jagd right up to Wraithel's tomb. Skystone that works even in Jagd. You know, Nethersight's behind it. Little wonder they're so keen on the stuff.
And what is it you're after, Balthier? You're a welcome hand and a great aid, but why?
Worried I'm out to steal the Nethersight, eh? Can't say I'm unaccustomed to people doubting my intentions. Nothing could be further from my mind. Shall I swear by your sword or some such?
Apologies, but I needed to know where you stand. Her Majesty depends on you, and you seem to have an interest in the stone.
I'm only here to see how the story unfolds. Any self-respecting leading man would do the same.
And I'm a bunny. I do bunny things. Yeah, I feel like they're doing a pretty good job getting me interested in Balthier and what his true intentions are. Like, they brought it up several times now. It does seem interesting. I will say, like, I enjoyed that cutscene with Vaughn. I feel like it finally gave us a reason, like, a real reason as to why he's here, even if he does still feel like shoehorned in. At least I can say, like, there's a reason he hasn't just left yet, you know? I mean, I always kind of thought that, like, where else would he go? So he might as well be with these people that are strong and can protect him, but I feel like that gave us a better reason, like a better thing to hold on to. And I kind of like his interactions with Ash, like the way they work off of each other. It's still not, you know, there's still not a lot there, but at least there's something. But no, that was good. That makes sense as to why they kept zooming in on him, although I think it maybe would have worked a bit better if he, like, had a bit more emotion, or... I mean, they could only do so much with this, but... maybe even, like... I don't know what they could have done. Maybe, like... whenever she mentioned him... do one of his trademark gasps or something. Like, I don't... it's just weird how they kept zooming in on him, but he was literally just stone-faced. Like, he was just listening. Like, it didn't really mean anything, but... no, it does make sense as to why they did that. Like, I guess maybe, like, during the other cutscenes, maybe not so much, but it makes more sense as to why it was super awkward when she first got the stone. And he was just standing there, like... and she was like, what do you want? So no, that was a good cutscene. I liked that. I didn't remember that cutscene, but I feel like that gives a lot more validity to Vaughn's character. Although really, he still hasn't really changed. He's still just kind of mad about his brother, and that's pretty much it. I guess we wait and see how he changes when he learns more things, but I guess maybe the problem I have is, like, what is he going to learn that's going to change him? You know? Like, he's saying, like, I need to get answers, but, like, what is there to answer about his brother? There's answers about, you know, what's going to happen with the war and with everything, but, like, in terms of his brother, I don't really know what other answer you can have other than, I guess, maybe Bosch's twin. Like, that's maybe the answer he's looking for, but I don't know, we'll see. I got a bow gun. If you would ride a Chocobo, you may. I have spoken with the Moogle. She will not charge you for your first use of the Chocobos. Take care on the road ahead. Should it lead back to our land, you are welcome guests. The spirits of the land watch over you. This whole section was so, like, weird, though. I still feel like they wanted to put... I feel like they wanted this clan to be more hesitant, but maybe they just didn't have the time, so instead they're just like, okay, here's our secrets. Our secrets are there are no secrets. Oh yeah, this guy. Give me your... Wow, why is that so expensive? Sure, why not? What's that? You've not ridden a Chocobo? Not to worry, just be mindful that you have a limited amount of time for your ride, Kupo. Why? Why a limited time? I couldn't remember what the Final Fantasy XII Chocobo theme was, and I think I know why now. It's got that nutcracker. Doop 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 doop. Oh wow, it's really east. Oh, look at all these chocobos. Is there like... Is there a reason that it's so... Ooh, secret. So out of tune. Wow, I just skipped that whole section. Yeah, I'm not feeling this Chocobo thief. Not gonna lie. So this ain't it for me.
I guess this one was a success.
Wow, I'm impressed, Vaughn.
I got a good feeling.
An alliance between Dalmasca and the Empire.
Reason tells me 'tis the only course. We must avoid a wasting war with the Empire at all cost. Yet I fear I could not bear the shame, had I but the strength.
A shame perhaps for me and for you. But for Dalmasca, it is hope.
And you can just accept this, can you?
Sounds like you
After
have.
Vane's ruse, I had abandoned hope for honor. Yet, never did I forget my knightly vows. If I could protect but one person from war's horror, then I would bear any shame. I would bear it proudly. I could not defend my home. What is shame to me?
My people hate the Empire. They will not accept this.
There is hope.
Right?
Don't encourage
Hope for
him.
a future where we can
Not
join
that bad,
hands
am I?
I
as
got
brothers.
a good feeling.
Larsa, please. This is serious.
I'm sorry.
Don't be Larsa. Somebody's got to put him in his place.
I'm sad that most of the like laughing and funny dialogue is all like off camera. I wish there was more like playful dialogue so that the characters feel more like a group.
The Senate may play at intrigue, but Lord Vane is not one to be brought down easily. The entire military waits upon his orders, from the War Council down to the rank and file. What better blade than he to strike down the enemies of the Empire?
That helmet looks stupid.
2 years since. He, too, put his trust in Lord Vane's strength, and what became of him? Gone without a trace since Nabudis.
I will not hear you malign Judge Sect. He was a noble warrior. Or do you think his trust in Lord Vane ill-placed?
Vane took 2 of his own brothers' lives. He is ruthless beyond contempt.
Ruthless, you say? Would he were more so. He gives traitors no quarter, be they of his own blood. How fitting for one who would bear the burden of empire.
I just realized what he looks. I was thinking this whole cutscene. I was like, who does he look like? He looks like someone. I just realized who he looks like. You gotta get a picture that's like from the front. Tell me this guy doesn't look like this. Glow blocks from Rayman? That's totally what he looks like. That had to have been the inspiration. Had to be. 100% had to be. I don't know, I forget what his name is, but he's Glowblocks now.
But could we bear him? Zagabath, what of you? Surely you do not believe his brothers were traitors?
So found His Excellency Lord Gramis, you would do well to mind your tongue, Drace. That matter is long past.
How do you see out of that thing?
Your Honors, a summons. Lord Vane has arrived at the palace.
We come at once.
I can't unsee it now. It's totally Glowblocks.
Lord Larsa has left for Baromises. He hopes to enlist the aid of the Grand Kiltius in stopping the insurgents. I doubt this will be enough to deter Ondor, but even a slight hindrance to his operations would be welcome. This will delay the Rosarian invasion, and we will have bought much-needed time to shore up our defenses.
Just as His Excellency had hoped.
No matter the result, I'm pleased with the young lord's progress. I can already see the stunned faces of those mud-witted senators. The fools think a child emperor's strings easy to pull from the shadows. But they will find that Lord Larsa is no puppet.
Yes, the senators would be most pleased with a puppet for an emperor. Recall, Drace, how the Senate fears and despises Lord Vane's ability. When they realize the truth, that Lord Larsa is no docile lamb to be shepherded, they will bare their teeth and devour him.
You're right. I shall speak on this matter with His Excellency at once. Gabranth, it falls to us to protect Lord Larsa. Are we agreed?
Aye.
You think they ever take their armor off? Like, they're in their own base just talking. Like, dude, why are they fully armored? They sleep in it. Going to the bathroom must suck. Hey, you okay, buddy? I can't talk to you. I'm on a Chocobo. I can't save either. They just sleep in a standing position outside the throne room. Oh, we don't even get the music for the jungle. It's supposed to be like the first time we hear the music, and it's supposed to be like epic in the cutscene, but we just get the Chocobo music because we're still on a Chocobo. That was lame. I'm never riding a Chocobo again. That was kind of awful. I kind of hated it. Also, I just realized I didn't pick up the hunt. And now I don't have a Chocobo to quickly get back. And I want to do the hunt while I have Larsa, who's level 25 now, apparently. Tried passing through the Golmore jungle, but we encountered some sort of barrier and could not go further. There must be a way through. Can I even get back? Oh, yeah, I can. It's not that far, actually. This thing looks sweet. I guess how much damage arrow does now. Boom! Big damage. Uh-oh. Well, I can actually fight them. And they're weak against wind. Yeah, big damage. Actually, this will work out nicely because I want to get enough stuff to sell so I can buy that spear with slow on it. What's this? Ow. Oh, it took all my MP! I just had a PB&J. We have like nothing in the house right now. Because of Thanksgiving, we didn't like do a bunch of grocery shopping. There's not much in the house. PB&J and some Ritz crackers. Yeah, I forgot to get leftovers, so... pretty much mission failed. I believe this game was in dev for a long time. I don't know how long, but I'm pretty sure they were making it while making 11. What year did this come out? Anyone know off the top of their head? 2006? So 10 came out in 2000. Or was it 2001? I think it was 2000. And then 11 wasn't that far behind. So I think they took like 6 years to make 11 and 12. So I guess saying it was in dev for 6 years isn't like super accurate because they made both. But yeah. I think they were working on this and 11 at the same time. They didn't just make 11, but yeah, I'm not sure. Do not quote me on that, but sounds right. Like, they didn't just do 10 and then 11 and then 12. I think there was like, there was a period where they were making both. And they were kind of like supporting 11 while making 12 also. So that's probably why it took so long. So we're supporting 11. They were used to just releasing games, but with 11 they had to actually like actively support it and make 12. Yeah, and see, that's kind of like, you can easily misinterpret that as like the game was in development hell, but it wasn't really. It's just at the time they had other projects. Not to mention Kingdom Hearts was hitting it big at that same time, 2002. So they were actively supporting 11 and making 11. And Kingdom Hearts and this all at once. Which, you know, nowadays companies have like 97 games in production at the same time, but back then it wasn't as common. Dude, why are these chests so bad? I always have like 3 gil. Phoenix down, that's nice. Something at least. How's it going, SFS? Anything's better than that 1 gil I got in Final Fantasy 1. Actually, it was multiple 1 gil chests. The old Final Fantasies sure were trolly at times. I feel like I finally have like a pretty nice amount of NP. Where I'm not always running out. And that's without the extra 10 from the Serpent Rod, because I switched to this. I'm definitely not doing as much damage as my physical damage dealers, though. They're doing only a little less than I am, but they attack faster and sometimes get multiple hits. But I can AoE with arrow. So. Overall, it seems pretty... We all seem to be doing about the same. Casting. Thought I targeted the snake. good XP. Maybe I could fight some of these higher leveled enemies with Larsa in the team. Sounds like a pretty fun mistake to make. Maybe I'll go get the quest first and save and then try it. What was the longest wait between Final Fantasy games? That's a good question, I don't know. The old ones came out actually like almost yearly, I think. Maybe 10 and 11 or 11 and 12. When did 11 come out? We talked about it multiple times while playing 11, but I forget. Wasn't it 2000? Was it right in the middle? 2003? Or was it 2002? Also, what was the gap between 13 and 14? Because I remember 14, the original demo was on PS4, and 13 released on PS3. That must have been a big gap, right? Alright, Venom's got the deets. Let's hear it. Oh, you know what? I guess 14 is complicated because the original 14 came out on PS3, but the new version didn't. So I guess it depends on if you count the old version that died. Yeah, no, that makes sense. If you're taking the original 14 versus 15, that's a pretty big gap. Because 15 was in development hell for a bit. And 14 came out on PS3, so yeah. That's an interesting question. Also, when 16 comes out, is that going to be the biggest gap? You want to know how much Google gets me? I typed Final Fantasy 15 release date, and it gave me the release date for 16 instead. It says did you mean Final Fantasy 16 release date? No, I actually, surprisingly, want to know when 15 came out. Shocking. Like, who would care about that, right? 2016. So yeah, when 16 comes out, it's gonna be by far the biggest. Yeah. Did you mean Roblox? Even if you were to pick the new release of 14, it still wouldn't be. When did it technically change? Let's see. 2013, I think, is when the new one released. A Realm Awoken. Yeah, either way. I know it's called A Realm Reborn, but I think like the first update was actually called A Realm Awoken. I don't know. I'll sort it all out when I play it. The wiki's kind of confusing the way it's set up. Alright, where's this guy? I think he's in this area. See, Ellsberg? Heavy lance. Do you have a license for that, money lady? Also, can you get... Or was it here? Alright, we got bleed now. Oh yeah. Can you get Ronald yet? Yeah. I almost feel like I should have my characters auto-place Ronald on themselves instead of protect, but it's a little too expensive. A worm lives there. Spooky. You have seen the bill posted for the Enceladus. I had wondered what sort of person would come, but never did I expect. No matter, it is nothing. You are truly here to hunt my mark. Truly, good, even if you are a child. Maybe don't mind. All elderly are as I am, slow to trust. I don't know, everyone else in your village was like, here, take all my secrets. Maybe you should be more like them. Let me explain the situation. You know the Osmone Plain? You must have passed through there at least once. A very valuable herb grows there. Yet the Enceladus, it tramples my precious herbs to dust. Oh, as you can see, I'm quite agitated. Normally, the warriors of this village would vanquish it for me, but this time, well, suffice it to say, I need you to do this. The Enceladus can be found on the eastern edge of the Osmone Plain. It is often seen in the Shred. Warrior Zemu knows much of this creature. When you leave this knoll, you will find him standing guard at the bridge. Talk to him there. Is he gonna give me like a hint? Hornless. Wah!